Hello everyone, I hope you are doing well. Here is your chemistry teacher, and in this video we are going to start chapter The Periodic Table. Periodic table is defined as a table or chart in which all the known elements are arranged in such a way that the elements with similar properties are grouped together in the same vertical column and the dissimilar elements are separated from each other. Means in a periodic table, elements are classified in various vertical groups according to their properties. For example, see this table. Here, sodium, potassium, rubidium, cesium are grouped together in same vertical column because they have similar properties like they all are metals, they all contain one electron in their valence shell, etc. Also see, sodium and nitrogen are arranged in different vertical columns because they have different properties like sodium is a metal but nitrogen is a non-metal, sodium is a solid but nitrogen is a gas, sodium has one electron in its valence shell and nitrogen has 5 electron in its valence shell, etc. The periodic table that you are seeing on the screen is the modern periodic table that we use nowadays. Before the formation of this table, many attempts were made by many scientists to classify the elements to form periodic table. But before talking about the history of periodic table, we must know that what is the importance of periodic table or what are the reasons for classification of elements. Till now, 118 elements have been discovered. If we have to study each element separately, it is a very much difficult task. But if we classify these elements in some groups so that the elements in each group have similar properties, then it will become very easy to learn their properties because by knowing the properties of only one element in the group, we'll be able to predict the properties of other elements present in that group. So, grouping of similar elements together or classification of elements makes study of elements very simple, easy, and systematic. It also helps to correlate the properties of elements with the fundamental properties of elements. For example, see here the elements neon, argon, krypton have 8 electrons in their last shell and all these elements are inert gases. It reveals the relationship between different elements. For example, elements fluorine and chlorine present in same group are related to each other in the sense that they are nonmetals. They both exist in gaseous state. Both have 7 electrons in their valence shell. Both have atomicity 2. Both react with metals to form ionic compounds, etc. It also forecasts the existence of other elements. This point will be made clear to you when we'll further study this chapter. Now let's have a look on the attempts of some scientists to classify the elements. The first attempt at classifying elements was made by a German chemist Johann Wolfgang Dobereiner in the year 1829. Dobereiner used atomic mass to classify elements into triads. According to Dobereiner, all chemically similar elements occur in the groups of three when arranged in increasing order of atomic masses. He called these groups as triads. Dobereiner's law of triads states that the atomic mass of the middle element of triad is the arithmetic mean of the atomic masses of the other two elements. To understand more about this law, consider the triad of lithium, sodium, and potassium. The atomic mass of lithium is 7, the atomic mass of sodium is 23, and the atomic mass of potassium is 39. The arithmetic mean of the atomic masses of lithium and potassium is 23, which is equal to the atomic mass of sodium. Similarly, in the triad of chlorine, bromine, and iodine, the arithmetic mean of the atomic masses of chlorine and iodine is approximately equal to the atomic mass of bromine. The only achievement of Dobbe-Reiner's triad is that it was the first attempt to relate the properties of an element to its atomic mass. But it was not a success, and the Dobbe-Reiner's triads were rejected soon. Because this classification is not applicable to all the elements, means we cannot form the triads of all the chemically similar elements. Only a few triads were formed. For example, the arithmetic mean of the atomic masses of fluorine with atomic mass 19 and bromine with atomic mass 80, which comes out to be 49.5, vary from the atomic mass of chlorine, which is equal to 35.5. But these three elements, that is fluorine, chlorine and bromine, have similar chemical properties. Also, some elements with dissimilar properties can also be grouped into triads. But this should not happen because according to Dobbe-Reiner's law of triads, only elements with similar properties must form triads. For example, consider a triad of carbon, nitrogen and oxygen. Carbon's atomic mass is 12 and oxygen's atomic mass is 16. The arithmetic mean of atomic masses of these two elements is equal to 14, which is atomic mass of nitrogen. But these elements are chemically dissimilar. This violates the Dobbe-Reiner's law of triads.